Money is a potent instrument that may grant users significant influence and control over their world. But with great power comes great responsibility, and not all rich and powerful take their responsibility to society seriously. Some people opt to conceal their money from the public's view to avoid paying taxes and hide the full scope of their fortunes. And most of them are completely illegal. How then do the wealthy and powerful conceal their wealth? Let's explore. Welcome to Luxo-Life, your partner towards personal growth and success. Today, we will discuss the billionaire secrets they don't want you to know or where they hide their wealth. Tune in to find out how to get into it. One of the most intriguing parts of the secretive and fascinating world of billionaires is how they conceal their wealth. While some legitimately do it through tax breaks and offshore accounts, others use more sinister methods. In this video, we will discuss some of the mysteries behind billionaire money hiding and why the ultra-wealthy like doing it. Therefore, why do billionaires need to keep their wealth a secret? There are several causes. They could desire to avoid paying taxes, since doing so could reduce their enormous wealth. Additionally, they should safeguard their assets against litigation and creditors. Further, some billionaires could take pleasure in concealing their wealth and the rush to succeed. The billionaires and their problem. The issue with billionaires hiding their riches might result in unfair advantages and exacerbate the gap between the affluent and the poor regarding wealth. While it is lawful for rich people to use tax havens or offshore accounts, it is ethically dubious, especially in light of the economic and social problems many suffer worldwide. Moreover, problems like corruption and money laundering may be exacerbated by the lack of transparency in the billionaires' financial activities. Billionaires can avoid paying taxes and other financial commitments by hiding their riches, which burdens average taxpayers. But regardless of unfair advantages and dubious accounts, the wealthy are wise enough to hide their money in places that border on high profits and less risk. Number 4. Trust fund. Creating a trust, which is effectively a legal body that may hold assets on behalf of a beneficiary, is one popular strategy. In addition to lowering taxes, this can shield assets from legal action or creditors. Another tactic is establishing a family office, a group of monetary experts that look after the family's finances and investments. Family offices can assist with estate planning, tax, and other financial issues. The billionaire may be able to lower their tax obligation by shifting assets to a trust fund by utilizing tax planning measures. The assets kept in a trust may be protected against creditors and legal action by the asset protection that trusts can offer. Billionaires occasionally employ trusts to help them manage their fortune across several generations. They might prevent conflicts and asset mismanagement by setting up a trust fund to ensure their money is distributed to their heirs in a planned manner. Though some billionaires could utilize trusts to conceal their money, this is only sometimes the case, and it is essential to note, legal and tax rules govern trusts and can be used for acceptable reasons, including estate planning and asset preservation. To ensure that the creation of a trust complies with all relevant rules and regulations, it is crucial to get advice from an experienced financial advisor or attorney. But it's also true that some billionaires could conceal their money from the public eye or tax officials by using funds or charities. Billionaires may frequently avoid paying taxes on their assets by shifting them to a fund, which also helps them conceal their riches. Number 3. Opening a shell company. For many reasons, a billionaire may utilize a shell business to conceal their riches. While they're technically legal, shell companies are those organizations that don't display any active business operations or significant assets. Avoiding taxes is one of the most popular justifications. They can transfer funds through a shell corporation where the income may be subject to zero or minimal taxation. The procedure generally entails filing the proper tax and financial reports, registering the business with the relevant government agency, and getting the necessary licenses and permissions. Shell corporations may appeal to persons looking to conceal their assets or participate in illegal activity since they are subject to less stringent restrictions in some nations. Another justification is to shield their assets from litigation or creditors. A shell corporation can hold real estate and other assets without publicizing the owner's identity. In the case of litigation or bankruptcy, this may make it more difficult for creditors to seize these assets. It's crucial to remember that shell corporations may be used for unlawful actions like tax evasion or money laundering, even though they may have legal uses like keeping assets or managing investments. The establishment and usage of any shell corporation must be done in line with all relevant laws and regulations. Number 2. Tax havens. Billionaires are considered extremely wealthy and frequently look for tax havens to hide their money. Tax havens are nations or territories that impose little to no taxes on capital gains, income, assets, or both, which attracts affluent people who wish to pay as little tax as possible. There are several reasons why billionaires would decide to hide their money in tax havens. First, tax havens provide high secrecy and confidentiality, enabling people to keep their financial dealings hidden. This can be particularly crucial for those who have amassed riches by dubious methods, such as engaging in illicit activities or abusing tax regulations. These people can evade investigation and preserve their standing as lawful citizens by exploiting tax havens. Billionaires can avoid paying taxes in their nations by using tax havens. Although using tax havens is not always prohibited, doing so might be considered immoral, especially if it's done for no other reason than to avoid taxes. Billionaires can avoid paying their fair share of taxes by concealing their riches in tax havens, which can cost governments money and burden the rest of society. Tax havens allow billionaires to invest their money in offshore assets not governed by the same laws and monitoring as those in their native nations. This may appeal to those who want to make risky investments or who wish to stay out of rules that would restrict their capacity to make money from their riches. Number 1. Offshore money. Let's start by stating that there's frequently a lot of interest and even debate surrounding the actions of billionaires, and one of the most unusual strategies some billionaires use to conceal their wealth is shifting money overseas. Why do they do it then? Let's look at some of the possible explanations. First off, it's important to note that sending money abroad is only sometimes prohibited. In reality, many people and businesses relocate money abroad for valid reasons, such as to benefit from tax advantages or to safeguard assets in the case of litigation. But when it comes to billionaires, the reason for shifting money abroad can have less to do with the sane financial planning and more to do with evading taxes or shielding assets from the prying eyes of the government. Because they usually have much more money that they could spend in a lifetime, billionaires are generally wealthy. They would want to hang onto as much of that riches as they could. And one method to achieve it is to use offshore accounts and organizations to evade taxes. Of course, a millionaire may relocate money abroad for other reasons besides concealing riches from the government. Additionally, they might prefer to keep their financial affairs private or shield their assets from creditors and divorce settlements. Whatever the cause, it is the truth that shifting money abroad may make it more difficult for governments to monitor and tax the income of billionaires. Additionally, for already extremely wealthy people, every dollar saved in taxes over time can add up to millions or even billions of dollars in value. Therefore, even if the morality of offshore tax planning is up for dispute and being completely illegal, it is evident that for certain billionaires, the potential rewards outweigh any dangers or unfavorable views. After all, you can afford to play the long game when you have that much money. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this.